Don't worry. Everything becomes normal in the morning. Sam encourages himself and puts the keys. But the door was already open and lights were on. He is still hesitating to enter the bedroom. He takes a deep breath and goes near the bed. He looks around carefully. Sometimes the solution lies in the beginning. Sam recalls what he learned today. He tries to remember what happened to him in the beginning. Sam walks to the right corner and stops there. He comes near the bed in previous position. Then, he again goes to the corner and returns near the bed. He goes to the corner one more time and remembers the knocking incident. Of course, he says and looks above. He notices the iron nails on one wooden plank. This plank was much shorter than other planks. The nails were poorly hammered. Sam brings the stair and a claw hammer. I have no idea why I'm doing this, says Sam and begins removing the rusty nails. The plank drops and he continuously stares the dark space, hoping a ghostly face to give him a jump scare and heart attack as bonus, just like in those old horror movies. His legs were shaking. He turns the flashlight on of the smartphone and tries to see what's inside the gap from a distance. What if the ghost pulled me up? He thinks and decides not to peek inside the gap. He brings his old selfie stick and starts the video recorder. He climbs the stairs and puts the phone there to make video inside of that space. Whoa, Sam feels amazed while checking the video. There were papers inside within arm's reach. Come on, this is not a coincidence, says Sam and again climbs the stairs. He takes the name of God and leaves a long breath. He puts his hand inside and collects the papers as quickly as possible. Sam comes to the small living room with the papers. He rearranges the papers and starts reading the handwritten message on it. I came here with the dream of becoming a doctor. My friend's family accepted me as paying guest. They treated me well. I worked at part-time jobs for my expenses. For 3 years, I aced in my exams. I was one of the top students in my class. My mom was so happy for me. Everything was going good. But that one mistake I made that evening has ruined everything for me. I was coming back after the college, from downtown area. A young woman with 2 men came to me and started praising my beauty. She said she worked for the modeling agency and offered me the job to be a model. I kept rejecting, but they were persistent. I thought they'll leave me after I listened to them. So, I agreed to just go to their agency. There were 4 to 5 people in that room, convincing me hard to join their agency. I kept declining their offers. I just wanted to go home. But they won't let me leave. I was so nervous that I couldn't even move. I had to give in and sign the contract. After coming home, I realized it was a mistake. I texted the agency that I wanted to cancel the contract. They said I have to come to the agency again for this. I went there next day and found it was a trap. The place was prepared for shooting. They demanded me to have sex on camera. I was totally surprised. They said it's just an essential process and every model goes through it. But I clearly remembered that it wasn't mentioned anywhere in contract. 20 men were waiting for me. I started crying in fear. I only went there to cancel the contract. They tried to bribe me with money and fame. I denied. So, they threatened me with huge fine for breaking the contract and for cost of the setups. How was I supposed to pay them such huge amount? I did sign the contract. But only because I wanted to go home. My brain only told me one thing, to run away from there. I tried to escape, but they caught me. They took advantage of me for being mute. All of them raped me brutally and filmed it. What did I do to deserve this? They had my video and the signed contract. I couldn't go against them. They threatened me to show the video to my family and people who know me. I was their slave now. And it was only the beginning. They forced me to appear in more and more adult videos. Sometimes they wanted me to do it with 30 to 50 people. I told them it's impossible for me. Many times I got teared up while shooting from pain. I asked them to stop, but they kept on shooting. I really wanted to quit. I cried and begged for their mercy. And all I got in return was more humiliation. I used to drink before shooting. 'Cause during the shooting I didn't even have the strength to stand up properly. Many times I lost myself during the shooting. It was directly affecting my health and study. I had to skip classes a lot. I had to live in constant fear and regret. What if I go out and someone recognizes me from the videos? What if these videos gets found by the people I know? So, I rarely leave the house. The mother of my friend asked me for my changed behavior one night. What was I supposed to tell her? I cried whole night that day. Today was my result and it was just as I expected. I failed in my final examination. I haven't told anyone about it. Do I have to appear in more adult videos? Am I going to fail again and again because of this? Is it going to be like this forever? I just cannot take it anymore. So, I finally gathered courage to go to the police. I didn't had any evidence, so they watched some of my videos to find any proof. I heard one of them say to other that she's lying, she's definitely enjoying it. They asked about my contract. According to my contract, I needed to appear in adult videos at least 3 more times. They said, only 3 more times, right? Why not just do it? Quote. But, I know what will happen after completing that contract. They will blackmail me to sign a new contract. It will go again and again. I feel no hope. I have left nothing inside me. It's all over now. I have no will to live. I feel so tired. My father died when I was small. My mother is the only one I have in this world. If she finds about me, she can't handle it. If anybody finds this note, please don't let her know about it. It is the only wish I have left. Shizuka Nobara. Quote. What did I just read? Says Sam. He remains sitting in his small living room for 10 minutes thinking about it. I must submit it to the police. Says Sam and hurries to the police station with suicide note. Police comes to Sam's house for further investigations. They searches the house to find more evidence regarding the case. Sam waits outside the house. How did you found it? Asks the officer to Sam. Sam thinks and says, well, ellipsis. I was looking for my lost Bible. But, found the notes instead. Quote. Officer tells his fellow officers to find the Bible for Sam. He asks to Sam, how did you exactly knew that note was there? Quote. In midnight, I was hearing knocking sounds from there. So, I checked it in the morning and found the notes. Sam explains. Must be rats, says officer and Sam nods. A young officer comes with the lost Bible and hands it to the main officer. Where did you found it? Says Sam to the young officer. On the bed, under a pillow, says the young officer and hurries to his duty. Sam was shocked. Here you are, says the officer and hands the Bible to Sam with a generous smile. Thank you very much, says Sam in return with proper bow. You look awful, says Takeshi to Sam. Yeah, I couldn't sleep at all, says Sam and takes a sip of his favorite Americano. He continues and completes the story. Then, police came to my house for further investigations. That's why I was late today. Quote. You said you spend the night at church. But, that church remains closed at night, says Honda to Sam. Yes, that church doesn't open in night. Can you show us the recording? Says Yamada to Sam. I'm not lying. Let me show you guys. Says Sam and shows the recording to the group in his phone. Whoa, did you guys saw that? Says Yamada. What did you saw? Asks Takeshi. What is it? Honda and Sam also asks Yamada. Yamada fixes his glass and connects Sam's phone to his laptop. He stops the video at certain point, increases the brightness with saturation, and zooms the screenshot. What they witness, literally gives them goosebumps. It was a deformed ghostly face of a woman with mouth wide opened in the darkness, watching the smartphone. Finishing date. The 23rd of May 27.